Welcome back to the American Dream. We've got a great episode for you today. We're going to check out one of my favorite parts of Southern California. It's going to be a good one. Let's get it started.
We do it in the spirit of going against the grain of the negative media, giving inspiring information, and having people walk away from our show with something of value.
You're seeing a disruption in both the real estate and the mortgage space.
A lot of people are just not willing to put in the work.
What video does is that it demands an emotional response.
You know what I love about the show? It's totally unscripted.
Today we are going to tour Orange County with a mother-daughter-son trio, Lisa, Fianna, and Gio, also known as Team Helou. They are going to show us what the Orange County lifestyle is all about, and it all starts with Newport Beach. You guys. All right, what are you going to have me do over the next couple days?
We want to show you what it's all about down here, the lifestyle. Bikes are huge down here.
Yeah, I mean, biking's cool, but I heard you're taking me to a listing with its own dock and Duffy. What on earth is a Duffy?
We'll teach you how to
Duffy. Oh, teach me how to Duffy. All right, let's do it. Okay, Lisa, this feels like a community that a lot of awesome people live in. Would I know anybody who lives here now or used to live here?
There's quite a few. John Wayne lived down the way. Shirley Temple had a house here for years. Charlie Chapman lived in that house right across the way.
Do each of these homes feel different? Like in this one, for instance, it's like a Cape Cod, but modern twist, like very comfortable.
The beauty of Newport.
Yeah.
Every little area, even every little street has its own just charm to it. It has that little uniqueness that sets it apart from the others.
Would you call this a deck?
Well, we just call it a retreat patio because so many people now love to live out on their patios. So it is initially 1,000 livable square feet out here, and you could easily fit 50 people.
And if your guests overflow, they just send them on in the Duffy. You send them down the dock and they can go on to the next house.
Well, speaking of, we have a little treat for you. We are going to take you out on the Duffy.
Really? I get to go see the Duffy?
Absolutely.
Okay. Seth, what's up?
How's it going? Are you ready for the water?
I am ready. What's up?
So who's steering this thing?
I think I am.
High and take it low. I'm feeling right from head to toe. Light it up and let it roll. Here I go.
Woo, Duffy time.
Are you ready? Ready to go? Are you ready? Ready for me? Oh my mind.
There's obviously boat culture here and surf culture. Would you say
Duffy
it's more
culture.
boat
Duffy
culture
culture.
or surf culture?
I think it's Duffy culture. Essentially, this whole electric boat thing started when a guy named Duffield, he was a kid. He wanted to take his parents' boat out in the middle of the night, but he didn't want to wake him up. So he somehow found a way to take a golf cart engine, fasten it to the side of this just rickety old canoe, and that was like the first prototype of the Duffy.
He still lives on Bayshore.
Yeah, he does.
And he's been the mayor. And
I think you have to be the mayor after you invent the Duffy, and it's that prevalent
Yeah.
here. You kind of have to become the mayor of the town,
Right?
just by principle.
Yeah.
That's right.
Young boy who drowned, him and his friends were heading to Catalina.
And they didn't know at the time that there was this humongous wave coming in because he couldn't see the wave coming. And then by the time he saw the wave, he went to turn and the boat capsized.
After that, the dad went on like a 10-year mission, the rest of his life essentially, to get the funding to build these jetties. Yeah, because before they built these, the harbor was like, there were sand dunes in here. Like, it was not at all what it looks like.
It wasn't
now.
safe for
Not
anybody.
safe, no. So great for surfers, like like a nightmare
At
for
certain
like
times of year.
navigating.
Anything else?
But in the 20s, this man raised $2 million.
Wow.
What?
Nothing severe has happened since.
Except that as a result, on this side of the jetty created the famous wedge wave.
Anytime there's like a south swell that comes in, the wave goes and hits the jetty and then reflects off of it. And then that reflected wave meets another incoming wave. And that's when that peak happens.
Sure.
And those can reach 30 feet.
The first people to tame the wedge were a group called the Wedge Crew. As the Wedge Crew grew, so did attention from locals and outsiders who watched as the body surfers rode the big waves.
We'll do what we want. We're gonna make our own way anyway. We're already out the door. We gotta be free when we wanna be.
The popularity of the wedge soon spread and the body surfers were joined by boogie boarders and board surfers. Fights for the big waves created tension between the competing groups. In 1993, the Wedge Crew became so frustrated with the boarders that they took their grievance to the courtroom and obtained a blackball ban, meaning that, to this day, it is prohibited to use any boards during peak daytime hours in the summer. The Wedge Crew are still body surfing.
Make no mistake, it's a setup. Ain't gonna stop, ain't gonna let her. You told me straight that I'd regret it, but I'm already gone.
Although the feud between the body surfers and the board surfers was intense, Gio took me to the beach to have a closer look at the wedge and to meet Hans and Gigi, a body surfer and a board surfer who are happily married, proving that when in love and at the beach, we can set our differences aside.
Hey guys. Good to see you, Gigi. Yeah. Hey Hans, good to see you.
Good to see you.
This is Cara.
Hi, what's going on? Nice to meet you.
Thanks for coming out.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you two live in the area?
Just up the hill.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, we were just talking about the wedge and how gnarly it is, and
I used to
what a
surf in
crazy
high
thing.
school.
See, there you go. This is the
How
guy to
long
talk
have you
to.
two lived here?
I've lived here since '74. Yeah, but I used to come down as a kid.
Do you still surf?
Oh yeah, I still
Okay.
surf. She's a bodyboarder.
That's
She's
great.
Little Corona del Mar.
Oh, it's a great spot. Yeah. Yeah, right over there. Yeah.
Summertime, go there and push her in some waves, and she loves it. She's a little fish.
So
we go swimming 500 feet out from the shoreline. I go, hey babe, we're a little bit out.
Yeah, you're like, how do we get in?
That's
Maybe turn
nuts.
around, and she's still a water dog. She's going out further, and she'd just go to Catalina if I didn't stop her.
That's awesome. So I have to ask, what was it like coming to the wedge in high school?
Well, you have to pay attention.
Yeah.
Because you can get hurt out there.
Yeah.
People do get hurt out there. You have the rocks to deal with, and the wave's very powerful, and you have to be in the right place at the right time. And if you're not in the right place at the right time, you're going to get hurt.
Right.
So-
Any close calls?
No.
No?
I was younger and maybe a little braver, and
Sure.
now I would think about going out there because, you know, it's a young man's game. But I know older guys that go out there and they shred. They do
Yeah.
really well.
Yeah.
This is where it all begins. This is where it all begins.
So Kara, this is the world famous wedge.
Okay.
And today you can see the waves are huge, right?
That's right.
A little calmer than what I've heard.
It looks a little bit like Lake Wedge, which it is sometimes that way, but in the summertime when the swell's right, you can have waves 10, 15, 20 feet high, and it's serious out here.
Wow.
So say someone moves here, they love the area, they want to come and experience body surfing. What's your number one piece of advice?
Well, there's a lot better beaches north of here. There's safer beaches.
Stay away.
This is not a learning area.
Understood.
This is an area where you have the pros.
Well, that's what makes it so fun to come and watch, like when there's that south swell
Right.
and you get those 15, 20-foot peaks.
You can learn
And
from the pros.
Yeah, and I love seeing all the kids lined up with their their cameras, watching their friends that are out there. It just makes a huge community of surfing, just fun and family. I like it a lot.
Oh man, well you two honestly are the embodiment of what I feel like this area is, and I can't thank you enough for
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
This is where it all begins.
Next up, we're heading into your neighborhood to find out what's going on in the real estate market with a local real estate expert.
Courage, bravery, commitment, self-sacrifice. These words embody our nation's dedicated military members and their families. Here in the greater Washington, D.C. area, there are over 20 military installations and over 27,000 active duty military and support personnel. In addition, there's a large number of veterans and their families who call DC and the surrounding suburbs their home. Now, these brave and dedicated men and women make sacrifices every single day along with their families that allow us to enjoy the freedoms that so many in our country take for granted today. These awesome people deserve not only our gratitude and our respect, but also our service. And there are those rare business leaders in the community that actually put their money where their mouth is and serve these families every single day on a high level. Let's head on over and meet one of those business leaders right now.
Michelina Queri with MQ & Associates from Keller William Dulles. I'm standing here at the Armed Forces and the World War II memorials. These memorials pay tribute to over 16 million people who served our country and the over 400,000 people who died giving us the freedom we enjoy every day, along with the people who served this country from right here at home. These are the perfect memorials to pay tribute to the wonderful military and their families. When I started my business 13 years ago, most of you know I am very passionate about giving back to the military, and the sacrifices that they make every day should be awarded. So I created the Military Give Back program. It consists of two very important components. One, where we actually give back dollars to our military families, and a dedicated person in place to help you. Her name is Stephanie, and she is our military resource expert. And I'm going to let her share her story with you today.
Hi, I'm Stephanie. I've been an Army wife for over 10 years. My husband and I have PCS'd all over. When my husband and I were stationed overseas, we came down on orders to come back stateside. We decided to buy our first home using our VA loans. As most military members know, we often come down on orders and need to purchase a home or rent a home, sight unseen and with very little notice. We hired an agent to help us and needed her to go out and view homes, maybe take some video, and be available to us at some odd times because we were overseas. Our agent fired us. They said we were way too much work. So once we came back stateside and got settled in, I got my real estate license. I made it my mission to never see any of our service members or anybody else treated that way. As real estate professionals, we should be striving to make this process as stress-free for our clients as possible. I'd like to thank all of our service members for everything you do and the freedom that we enjoy every day.
I love Stephanie and her commitment and her passion to our military families. Another important part of this program is to have an expert in VA lending. Let's chat with one of them now.
You know, there are so many misconceptions about VA loans. One of the ones that we run into the most is that you can only use your VA loan, your VA eligibility, one time on one property. That's not the case at all. You can actually have multiple loans over your lifetime on multiple properties simultaneously. In fact, we use this strategy a lot when people are moving from one place into the DC area. We can have multiple VA loans on 2 or more properties. So it's very important to make sure that you've got a very expert VA loan strategist in your corner. Over your lifetime, this can help you build tremendous amount of wealth as you work through your career.
Washington, D.C., that's a wrap. We salute our military and their wonderful families, and we thank them for protecting our nation and giving us the freedom we enjoy every day. Here's to you and to helping you fulfill your American dream.
Now we're taking you back to Newport to grab a bite. You might normally expect us to take an Uber, but of course, when in Newport, there was only one way to travel. Okay, so I was gonna ask when the Uber was arriving, but now we're in a Duffy. Are there Uber Duffys?
No Uber Duffys yet, which is actually a little surprising. But you do have like a really cool Balboa ferry here, which takes people from the peninsula to Balboa Island, which is right over here. And that's been running for over 100 years. Owned and operated by the same family.
The Beak family.
Yes. Where did this town originate? Like, where's the heart of Newport?
I don't know that there was one specific, but if I had to say, I would say somewhere along Coast Highway and down here on the peninsula.
Thanks for having us, Katie.
Our pleasure.
You know, we really wanted to show Kara one of our favorite places to come eat and drink.
Well, we've got something special lined up for you guys tonight.
Great.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to eat. I mean, I've never pulled up to a restaurant on a Duffy before, let alone a boat. So
Very unique experience.
I'm excited. Let's go.
Let's do it.
This is so beautiful. What sets this restaurant apart from any others?
We have a really unique selection of drinks and food. We have one called the Hotel California, which is really beautiful and it's really delicious. It's a good like wintry kind of drink.
By wintry, do you mean strong?
Oh, all the drinks are strong.
Well, with all this talk and all this Duffy writing that you guys have had me doing, living the Newport lifestyle, I'm starving.
Yeah.
So
let's get
we are
a round
excited.
of drinks and a round of food.
Cool. Cheers. Cheers to Newport, Duffy's, and the American Dream.
I just came to have a good time. Now everybody here's like, feels good on cloud nine. Yeah, everything is here, right
It's been really fun to learn about Newport, but one of my favorite parts about this show is going into your market. Let's hear from an expert.
Hi everyone, Kay Houghton here. Welcome back to Alexandria, Virginia, and part 3 of our 3-part series on pre-listing renovations. Today is a big day. We've finished the renovations, we've listed the home, and in fact, we're already under contract in just a matter of days. Today we're going to take you through the home and show you the original condition versus the beautiful finished product. We'll show you how much the sellers spent, how much the sellers got, and what their return on investment looks like. I am so excited to show you this beautiful home, so let's head inside and take a look. Hi Chris, it's so good to see you again. Thank you for being here as our listing coordinator extraordinaire. I know you've worked a lot on this home, so thank you so much for joining me.
It's been fun.
So this space looks absolutely transformed. I really just can't even believe this is the same home. So why don't you tell me a little bit about what you found throughout this process and what you decided to do with these floors?
Absolutely, the floors are night and day. So as you probably remember, we had carpet here originally. We tore that up. We found these floors that were discolored. They had some paint stains going on. We knew that if we did a sand and stain, it would come right off.
So what else in this room was done?
We painted, which really, really helped out. We did some other odds and ends, a couple new fixtures.
Light fixtures.
But not a ton of work, but it really is a complete 180. It's like a different home when you come in.
I hate to say it, but I think these neutral grayish colors that I'm so fond of, I think they really work. And I have to say, one of the other aspects of this room that I love is the white trim. I just think it looks so crisp, it looks clean, it looks modern. And I think with the staging furniture and the colors that we used, again, to use your phrase, it just pops.
It pops, yeah. So we got new stainless steel appliances, new tile floor, new countertops.
Oh, the countertops make
Countertops
such a
were
difference.
big. We know that a cabinet replacement can be the most expensive part of any renovation.
That's always my concern about the kitchen.
So we couldn't do that, but we painted them, we put on new hardware, and they just look a lot more modern. They look a lot better.
Honestly, job well done. This looks amazing. If this is this good, I cannot wait to see the bathroom.
This is just a glaze on the original shower, surround, and tub, and it looks so much different.
I know, it looks like brand new tile.
It really does.
And I think that's one thing that people don't realize. You don't have to rip out all the tile and get a new tub. You can actually use a glaze to completely update the space.
Yeah. One thing we did rip out was all the wallpaper.
Yep.
And we painted, so completely different look there. Besides that, a couple of fixtures. One thing I want to point out is painting the vanity.
Completely changed it.
Yeah.
Just, it looks like a brand new vanity.
Yeah.
I can't believe what we did for literally hundreds, not even thousands of dollars.
So we pulled up the carpet that was in this room originally.
Yep.
We thought we were going to get lucky like we got downstairs and get some salvageable hardwood. And it didn't go in our favor there.
Yeah, it was just a little too damaged to salvage.
Exactly. So we put this nice luxury printed carpet down.
I have to tell you, at the open house, everybody had the most positive feedback. Everyone came downstairs and said, I love having carpet in the bedroom. I can get out of bed, I can put my feet down on this beautiful luxury print carpet. So I was very happy to hear that nobody had any issues with the fact that we didn't have hardwood in the bedrooms.
That's great to hear.
The work you did in transforming the space is just incredible. I could not be more grateful. I know that the sellers are grateful and the buyers are gonna really, really enjoy their new space. So great work all around.
Thank you, it's good to hear.
Yeah. The sellers are thrilled with the way things turned out, and the buyers now have a beautiful home that they're going to absolutely love. If you're thinking of selling a home, even if it's a year from now, it's always worth exploring what renovations and what repairs are going to add value. And in fact, that's how we help all of our sellers achieve the American dream. When we first saw this home, it was an investor special worth about $350,000. We know that not everyone has the ability or the desire to take on a substantial renovation, so we presented our sellers with two different options. For about $8,000, we could have painted, replaced all the carpet throughout, and then listed the home for $370,000. For a larger investment of about $20,000, we could do a more substantial renovation and then list the home at $400,000. Our sellers went for option 2. So we oversaw all renovations, which in the end actually only cost around $18,000. We listed the home at $400,000 just as the spring market was heating up, and in less than a week we had 16 offers on this home. The final sales price for our sellers was $432,000.
South of Newport Beach is the artistic enclave of Laguna Beach, where Team Helou is also well known. We took a trip to see an incredible property with expansive views and a very unique way to take in the city while you're on the balcony of the master bedroom. Laguna Beach is a small coastal city in Orange County, California. It is known for many art galleries, coves, and beaches. Main Beach features tide pools and a boardwalk leading to the paths and gardens of nearby Heisler Park. Trails meander through coastal canyons in Laguna Coast Wilderness Park. Just imagine if this place was your backyard. Well, that's the case for this next home.
You know when you first walked in?
I can't help but notice that insane view. It's literally panoramic.
Every room has a view, including the sauna and the spa. It's all about the view here. And Laguna Beach has just all different levels of views. Like at the end of this street, you won't have the view this house has.
So that's Main Beach right there. And the area around there is called the Village. And really being able to see that and see the whitewater waves, it just takes this view to like a whole new level.
Every level, he's extensively used glass balconies not to thwart. Your view will never be obstructed.
And at night you see like all the city lights. It's really, it's incredible. And Catalina and San Clemente Island, it's
Sunsets are perfect.
This is really dreamy. It really is dreamy. When you're out here, you really feel like you can feel the city. You can see the water, you feel the town, you can look at other people, but it's still so private.
Well, that's what I love, the contrast of the house, our listing in Newport, and then being up here in Laguna, because obviously you're on the water there, but here it's a whole nother type of element, and this is just as breathtaking could get.
Iconic Laguna Beach.
Right. Off the line appliances, you have the granite countertop.
Timeless classic details with minimal ornamentation make this the clad perfect gourmet chef's kitchen.
How many bedrooms are in this house if it's got a gym on top of all of them?
3 bedrooms,
Okay.
3.5 baths. And this actually could be converted to a large bedroom. It could multi-purpose room. It could be a family room, it could be a hangout room for your kids, a fun room, a lot of options.
And we saved the best for last.
Oh!
Look at this cool spa.
Wow.
Right off the master bath, view of the water. While you're in the water, I mean, it really doesn't get any better than that.
It truly doesn't. I mean, this is better than an infinity edge because you are just relaxing in your own world. No one can see you. As open as it feels and as much as you can see the view, nobody can see you.
That's right.
Pretty epic.
Yeah.
This house really speaks for itself. And there's outdoor spaces off of every room.
Every room, the bottom level as well. Not to mention the house has 4,435 square feet, and it's a saltwater-based water system, security system.
You name it.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So I feel like this house appeals to a lot of different people. Who do you see living in it?
Actually, I think exactly what you said. This could be an older couple. This could be a family. Options are limitless.
Yeah,
it really is something for everyone.
Truly. Yeah.
Artist, Laguna Beach being very arts community, home of the masters.
Artist, musician, family, couple, could be anything. Well, you know what? You guys showed me another good one. I feel like I got the idea of what Newport offers, the idea of what Laguna offers. It has been a great couple days with Team Helou showing me the lifestyle of Newport and Laguna Beach. Before it was time for me to leave, we took it to the beach for one last sunset, and I got to live out one of my 90s fantasies. We'll see you next time on The American Dream.
We could be shameless.